Hi, I'm W.A.T, and welcome back to my series Unpopular Opinions, where I display my vastly unpopular opinions, and I have a lot of them. Today, we're going to be talking about Percy Jackson. The Percy Jackson movie is better than the Percy Jackson TV show. Now, before all the stands of Percy Jackson come for me, hear me out. So if we take away the fact that it's Percy Jackson and we look at the TV show itself, it is a pretty average show. There's nothing much about it that is good, and it's really disappointing, especially when you see the cast members, the three cast members in the show. The acting's off, the chemistry's off, but all three of them are just like very talented. And I thought the girl who played Annabeth was actually the most talented of the three within the show. When you look at their interviews, like in the press release and the press junkets, the chemistry between them is just more palpable, which is why it's so confusing. Why was it just not good in the actual TV show? And in my opinion, the fault has got to land on the director. That's the only thing I can think of. If you rewatch the movie straight after the TV show like I did, you can see that the movie is just more fun. There's more action. It's more thrilling. And the chemistry between the main three cast members is actually really good. It felt like in the TV show, whenever an action scene or a moment that has been building up came, it was so anticlimactic. And the best example I can use of this is within the first couple of episodes when they meet Medusa. That scene is done in almost a minute, and you meet Medusa and it's so anticlimactic. I don't know what else I can say about it. In general, I just had more of a fun time with the movie, and I know a lot of people, a lot of the OG Percy Jackson fans of the book and everything, talk about how inaccurate it is to the book, but it is more of a fun watch compared to the TV show. And honestly, the TV show also had some discrepancies. I think it's gotten to a stage now where Percy Jackson fans are just accepting anything they can get at this stage because they've been waiting for so long for some sort of adaptation that suits them. The one thing about the series is there's a promise of more seasons to come, so that's why it kind of keeps you excited. I mean, I'm looking forward to the new seasons coming out because I know that cast is good and has potential to work well together. It's just the first season, just everything was off about it, really. As a TV show itself, it just wasn't a good TV show. It wasn't a good season. The acting itself just wasn't great. I mean, it's hard to give out because they are literal children, but I know how talented they are. If anyone's seen Walker Scobell's movie with Ryan Gosling, you'd know how talented he is and how good he is as an actor. So that's why I'm excited to see what they do in the future. Now, I've actually always been a fan of Logan Lerman's adaptation of Percy Jackson. I know he's that cast is a bit older, but I just thought the chemistry and between the main three was actually just really good, and they were really comical and worked well and gelled well together. And I mean, the second movie definitely wasn't as good, but it was still entertaining and had some entertaining moments. And some of the dialogue deliveries were bad, but in a good way.
Don't walk on my roof.
So in general, I just did prefer the Percy Jackson movies, and I'm interested to see, can I find an audience who also feels the same way? I feel like nobody feels like they prefer the movies. I feel alone on this. So in the comments, let me know, guys, if you preferred the movie, the TV show, why you did so. I mean, when you compare the two Rotten Tomatoes scores of the movie and the TV show, I know Rotten Tomatoes isn't the most reliable source, but the TV show was given a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I really don't know how they do their ratings or what constitutes the reason for giving it a 92%. I mean, among each episode, my review, for each singular episode, was just me saying I'm disappointed because I wanted more. And also the fact is, I blame the director. I think the actors who play the kids are talented, but once again, I am excited to see what comes, but the movie is just, in my opinion, it's miles better. I mean, I can't talk about the Percy Jackson movie without talking about the poker face montage and the lotus flower. Oh my god, it is just such a good scene. So many people were excited to see how they deal with it in the TV show. There was just some weird cuts throughout the show. Anyway,